last video, we made a V8 juice using ratio mixing. It's high in lycopene from the tomatoes, and it's good for overall mental and physical health. The high level of beta carotene from the carrots also supports eye health. So now I'm going to make my personal daily favorite. It's the lemon ginger boost. I got this blend from Dan McDonald. He calls it lemon ginger blast. He adds cucumbers to it. You can add just about anything. But I've got 10 carrots, 10 celery, 10 apples. I've got a lemon and a sprig of ginger. And I'm going to use the high-speed blender. It's a lot faster. I'm going to let this drain a little bit and cut this lemon. So I'm straining it in the nut milk bag. And like I say, you could have added spinach to this. You could, beets, radishes. There are all kinds of things that you can add to it to spice it up. I left the ginger out. What I did when I first started, I took a little sprig like this, and that really wasn't enough for me. So I put another little sprig in, and then another little sprig in, and I finally ended up with about this much. So I pretty much know my spice level of ginger. And that will be spicy. I look at my juicer as being part of my health plan. So I invest in it. If you want a slow speed juicer and really can't afford it, you can look for some finance type plan that will allow you to make payments on it. I would recommend both, actually. I like both. You saw how fast this was. Next, we'll make the juice for bones using the slow speed juicer. So there was very little pulp in the bag when I strained it. We're going to focus on bones with the greens. I have spinach, 2 types of Swiss chard, and celery, 10 celery, 10 carrots, 10 apples, and because I put ginger in everything, a sprig of ginger. This would be good with dandelion. I didn't have any more dandelion, so you could adjust this as well. With this level of greens, you might want to put a couple of lemons in there to offset that. The apples should take care of it. The sweetness from the carrots and the apples should take care of the Swiss chard and the spinach. The celery juice is somewhat sweet too. I'm going to start out with the hard carrots. Put a few apples in there. So I'm sort of alternating with the carrots. The pulp is coming out smooth, not getting stuck. The ginger has a lot of liquid in it too. I think I'll do the Swiss chard. Couple apples, ginger, with the greens, I just handful of greens. You don't want a lot of greens in there. You don't need a lot of greens because they have so much nutrition in them. So handful of herbs or greens, enough to give you a good this amount of green juice in a jar like this. And mix your greens up. This is where juicing is really fun. It becomes an art. If you get a juice that you don't like, you don't throw it away, you fix it. You put more apples in it. You put more lemons or grapefruits or something, but you fix it to where you like it, much like a painting. If an artist starts painting and doesn't like it, he doesn't throw it out. He just covers over it and starts again. So by alternating your vegetables, your fruits and vegetables, depending on the water level, there's a lot of water in celery. That helps to make the process smoother. And you can notice already that these juices are settling. And that's typical from a high-speed juicer. This is real easy to strain. I will juice that quantity for the morning. I'll pour it in a cup with a straw and just sip on it. So, or either I'll just drink it all down in one shot and go to work. So there's a significant amount more pulp in the slow speed juicer. The high speed juicer only had a fraction of this, just about maybe this much pulp. There's probably 3 times the amount of pulp from the slow speed juicer. But we had a lot more greens too. So this concludes the course. You've learned all about equipment, the 2 different types of equipment, how to choose raw juicing equipment, how to assemble it, disassemble it, and operate it, the ingredients to choose. I only went over top 5, but explore more. Don't forget at the end, there's some downloads. There is the chart that we talked about, choosing a raw juicer. And on the back of it, you can have the basic makeup of a juice. It's broken down into base, boosters, sweeteners, and nutrition for the greens, veggies, superfoods, fruits, and herbs. And there's a handy grocery list. It's got all the produce on it already, and then it's got a place for other foods and a date. And on the back, it's got a to-do list. It's a weekly to-do list. And then we have the benefits chart. It covers all the top 5 in each group, and it gives you the health benefits, if it's good to eat, juice, cook, or maybe even dehydrate. So there are other ways to use it. But these are good little cheat sheets to use that are focused on this particular course. Now, all of the information that was in this course is based on all the knowledge that I have gathered in the 40 years that I've been juicing. It's just a quick way for you to get started. It's no right or wrong, but you can decide. I started off with a high-speed juicer, and I graduated to a slow-speed juicer. So go to Goodwill and see if you can find something like this. I enjoyed teaching you about raw juicing. I hope you enjoyed it as well. And feel free to come back and refresh, pick up some knowledge as a refresher, or just use it as a reference. Until next time, happy juicing.